Hello and welcome to this week's Freeze Friday. How are you? So, what did you guys get up to playing around with your stash this week? So, before I forget, I noticed this morning that Shannon was able to get a Freeze Friday up. She posted it bright and early this morning, so head on over to her channel. Kristen will not be posting a Freeze Friday today as she is off at a crop, but she might try and check in at some point to let us know what she was able to get done at the crop, and I hope she's having an awesome time. And Christy might be getting up same time as me or a little bit later. We're trying to get ourselves organized today, and there you go. So, with all of last week's shenanigans and craziness and a little bit of a stressful time, again, thank you everybody so much for all of your comments, hugs, and thoughts. I'm sure they contributed immensely. Mom is back home. We're slowly getting things back to normal. So, I obviously didn't have as much time as I was hoping for or expecting, but I did get two layouts that I needed to get done last week up on my channel. So this one, which you will have seen on Sunday, which was my Sketch Sunday, and day 18, was it day 18 or 17 of Christie's, from Christie's Beautiful Life, 30 days of sketches. So this will be the video just before this one, because with the crazy week I have not been able to get anything else up on my channel. I did also on Sunday get one more layout done. It was the Secret Not Secret Kit Club scrap party last weekend, and I really didn't get much of a chance to play along or participate at all. But I got one challenge done. It was the speed challenge, but there was no time limit set for this one. The idea of this challenge was a minimalist layout, a minimalist page, which was perfect for the amount of time that I had. And people, I am a very slow scrapper. I take my time. Being a slow scrapper doesn't worry me in the slightest. I do this for fun. I do this to de-stress, and I can tell you over the last week or so, the therapeutic value of scrapbooking, paper crafting is beyond measure. So I did get this one done, and I got this done in like 15-20 minutes. So a little bit of downtime for myself on Sunday, using strictly scraps from Sparkle City that were on my desk. A little mixed media in the back. I just did the packaging technique, a central design, just the strips, and I pretty much used all the strips in the sizes and lengths that they were. So I pretty much just took a few minutes to just line these up, do a little bit of layering. Back my photo, this will go in my Passion scrapbooking album. Get my Happy Life letters out for #CreativePlay. And this is documenting, in fact, the Secret Not Secret Kit Club parties. And this was documenting one of the parties, I think last fall, actually, when I got quite a bit done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layouts, which for me is a lot in a party, and I'm very happy with that. A few little bits of chipboard from Vicky Bouton, couple of glittery enamel dots that I received from Helen, backed it on this pattern paper from Sparkle City, and there you go. Done in 15-20 minutes. A lovely little therapeutic break for me, and did me the world of good. So there you go. So that's the second layout. Then I did get 2 more layouts done basically later in the day, yesterday and this morning. That they will both be up on my channel. One will be up on Sunday, of course, for my 30 days of sketches, and one will be up on Monday for a lovely new series and collaboration. So I got those 2 layouts done. So that's still 4 layouts. So with everything going on, I am very, very, very happy with that. Then I just wanted to let you know, in my little mason jar, as you know, I've been collecting my loonies and toonies. That's what we call them up here in Canada. These are $2, $1. So this is a toonie. The $2 is a toonie. And the $1 is a loonie, because on the back it has a loon. So we've always called them loonies. So I put my change in there, and at the end of the freeze next year, that will be my little reward, and I have $21 so far. Then basically the rest of the time this week, I could really only do my little 15 minutes in the evening, my little creative outlet in the evenings. So what I did, if you recall last week, I had this size, some about 1.5, 1.75 little bits of scraps, and I showed you another one of my go-to designs. So I got a few of those ready. So this is here is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So there will be just the tiniest little border around this place here, and I will put a stamped image here. So I got 1 of those, 2 of those. Then I got this one done. My original intent was to have this orientation of the stripes to be the 5 3/8, and I did my cutting wrong. So I had to modify the paper that I was going to put here, and I went for some cardstock instead. So I have this one, and I think here I might just do a little bit of a scalloped border. Let's see, how would that look, you think, if I just did a quick little, yeah, you see, I think I'm just going to do a little scalloped border there as well. So I think I will do that on that one, and probably on this one, which will be this way. And with this one, I will likely put a stamped image right here in the middle. Then I got these 2 done. So there you go. So those are 6 little card bases. So that was one 15-minute evening. Then on the other 2 15-minute evenings, on one of them, I got all of my little stamped image here cut out. I used a die. It's a 2-inch or a little over 2-inch, maybe 2 1/4 inches. So I got all of those cut out. And then I have this sort of scallop, which is maybe, I think, 2 1/2. So I think this is 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. And there you go. So, and I did this one evening as well, sort of in, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I had the dryer on. I hope you couldn't hear that. Oh, so sorry. There we go. Trying to get everything done. I have the one day to myself today. Yesterday was at Mom's. Tomorrow will be at Mom's again. Just getting her sort of settled. Today the nurse was there. So we're slowly getting back to normal. So then you see the next in this. So this was one evening of 15 minutes. Getting the scalloped was another. And then I will just be gluing this down as another sort of 15-minute increment that we can get done. And I guess I'll do that a little bit here while I'm talking to you. So in the end, I still got a fair amount done, because I think it's important, even if you have very, very little time, I love to just get into my room, even if it's only for 15 minutes in the evening. And in fact, in September, we had a bit of we called it the Creativity Challenge. And the challenge was, in fact, 15 minutes of creativity over, I think, was it a 25-day period? And it really, really brought into focus how much our paper crafting can just contribute to a little bit of downtime, or just sort of washing away the stress or the busyness of a work day. So there you go. So you see, this is the next sort of assembly so that I can get all 12 of these cards finished. And this, what I do here, I'm going to pop this up on foam. So I've cut myself a 1.75, and then I will just do about an equal size there. Pop that on the back. There we go. And I will get that up here. So I think that's lovely. Now, I don't think, because I have this sort of 1/2 inch strip here, I don't think I'm going to put a sentiment here. I think I might, I'm not sure. I brought out this week also 2 Nuvo drops that I think will go. This one, the Midnight Blue, is this Midnight Blue? Yeah. Midnight Blue will go with this darker blue here. So I might use these a little bit. And then I got the copper, is that what it's called? Copper Penny. So get the Copper Penny for the other 2, because I don't, see, there you go, lo and behold, I don't really have colors. I have a nice olive, which is on its way to me from Christina, so I will have this at some point. I need to find a color that might be in the sort of darker teal here, because that is one of my favorite colors. So I think I need to find a teal. Amy, if you're watching this, maybe you can pop me a comment down below, or I'll pop you a message in our group and tell me what teal would go. So I might use some Nuvo drops on here, but I'm not going to do a sentiment, I don't think, on the front of the card, because I like this strip here. And then I find if I put another strip here, like I did last year, it's too much. So I think we're going to leave that as is, and then I will stamp inside. I was looking through my sentiments and my stamps, and I think I'm going to use Here's to a Christmas Filled with Comfort and Good Cheer, and just stamp that in the navy, the teal, and the mossy olivey green inside. And I think that's just a fun, I think that sentiment goes perfectly with this picture. What do you think? So got that done. And I will continue and finish this off this afternoon later on. And then the very last thing that I did was take another sort of 10 minutes or so and go through my pre-stamped images to get out so that I could have a little bit before stamping of images already done if I really had a few minutes to get some coloring, because I really wanted to try and do a little bit of the 30-day marker, daily marker. Yeah, didn't even get, not even one day. Not even one day. Maybe the stamping would have counted, but not even one day. So let's see if maybe I can get a little bit done this weekend. I hope to pretty much have Sunday to myself again. So I dug these out that I had already stamped. I found in my lovely basket that I'd forgotten about to emboss, and this I must have borrowed last year from one of my lovely friends during the Christmas card crop. So this is sort of holly. I had this little stamp, these little guys, which I love and I use every year. This little bundled up little fella, and lovely little angel. Oh, and this, I think I actually have a couple of cards left over from last year. Let me just see if I can show you how I used that one. Oh yeah, see, there you go. So here is one type that I did last year. So you see, I like to do maybe 5 or 6 of each sort of design that I do, so that I can do a little bit of an assembly, but I don't get overly bored with doing 60 of the same cards. And I do have a little bit of variety, hopefully not sending the same card to people year after year, which is why I also do try and modify the design slightly, so that if you do get a card with the same stamped image, it should not be the same card as the year before. And this is always one of my favorites, and I always color him up to look a little bit like Chopin, of course. And this is always one of my favorites that I love doing. And this I borrowed from a friend of mine, which I think is just utterly adorable. So there you go. So a little bit of a in-between week, I guess, as far as, I mean, I didn't do any spending. I'm thoroughly enjoying this spending freeze, and I'm not overly concerned about the Black Friday. As you know, I had kept a couple of things out, so I did have some exclusions, the Nouveau drops. So if I do see like a really good sale on Nouveau drops, I might complete or get a few more colors in my collection, but that would pretty much be the only thing. My other exclusion is cardstock, but at the moment I already have some sheets coming from Christina, so I think I'm pretty good on cardstock. Don't need to look there. Albums, page protectors, I'm good. Albums, for the time being, I'm okay. So, and for the rest, I'm just not going to look. But in reality, I'm having so much fun shopping my stash and finding hidden, forgotten, loved treasures that I'm really not missing shopping. And I think for me, normally with the kind of stress that I had over the last couple of weeks, I might have, under normal circumstances, done a little bit of retail therapy. Whereas instead, I did the 15 minutes in my craft room, and it did me the world of good. So there you go. So what did you guys get up to this week? Pop me a comment below. Are you into your Christmas card production, or already setting up your December dailies or December documented? Or journal your Christmas? Are you getting that organized? Actually, Shamel mentioned this morning that the forum is opening today, so I must pop over and see what's going on over there. So I will see you again next Friday for another Freeze Friday. Thanks for being here as always. Talk to you soon. Bye.